14 seconds.
Okay. I'm getting nervous now.
No need to be
No way.
nervous. 8.
Ah, yes, of course, we are falling in love again. This is Love by the Coast, and it's always about the love.
It is. That was Eagle Eye Cherry, and as promised, we have someone on the phone.
We do, yes. We have got probably, I would say, one of the most decorated, famous singers from our country in the 1960s.
Wow.
We've got Beaky from Dave D, Dozy, Beaky, and Mick and Titch. Now, I had to learn that one, so I think I did well.
Just call it DBMNT. Hello, everybody.
Yay.
How you doing?
I'm fine, yeah. Coming
Now-
up for a birthday soon, which I don't want anyone to remember and remind me.
Oh, so your birthday's coming up, is it?
Yeah, not long ago now. I won't mention when it is, but just don't any happy birthdays. Don't want them.
Oh, bless.
So, we'll start off, obviously, of course, in the 1964, I believe you formed in a place called Salisbury. So, how did you get together? What happened?
I can remember that far back. It was just, I think I heard sort of rock and roll when it first came out for Eddie Cochran and those sort of people, Bill Haley. And Titch lived across the road from me, so we got these couple of guitars and started playing, and then formed little bands, and then I joined a band called Dozy and the Boston's, which Titch was part of, because the guitarist was getting yeadaches. So I came in, and that's when it all started. That must have been about 14, 15 years old.
Wow, so obviously back then the music industry was massively different. How would you go about recording your songs? Was it on them little tape things and you had to pay by minute? Is that true? Or?
Yeah, you had to get. Well, I mean, it was so. We used to do a BBC radio program. There was one mic hanging down, and we used to play to that. But recording wise, we only had 4 tracks. I don't know if this makes sense to anybody that doesn't know about recording, but you just had to do it and then get on with it and bounce it down, and it was very long, but it was a way that the bands got together again and got it. You're playing together, not playing sort of part, and now you can do it in your bedroom. So it's all changed.
But that's it, you see, because Biggie, I'm actually a musician as well, and I just recorded a song a couple of weeks ago, and I did a full track in like 45 minutes, and then it was getting mixed and mastered. So, and obviously, as you said, I could put my verse on a song, email it over to my friend in America, and he can put his verse on the song, and then it can get all put together. So I imagine now it's much easier.
It's easier. I don't understand it. I don't even understand the internet. I don't belong in this planet anymore. I don't understand all the giggle box, space tubes, kiss me bum, anything. I don't know what it's all about. It's a different language to me.
Oh, it's crazy. Trust me, you're not missing much. It's nothing to write home about. It's a very controlling place, social media. They tell you what you can and can't do and what you can and can't say. So you're not missing much there on that front. So you told me the other day on the phone that you were good friends with Cilla Black.
Yeah, I was living in Marbella, and Cilla was just around the corner from me. So we were really good friends, along with Chris Biggins and a few other friends who used to come down. She was 5 minutes away.
Wow.
So how did the friendship with Cilla start then? Was it just mutual neighbourhood, or did she like your music?
No, it started when we met sort of on Top of the Pops. Most of the people we met, you just lose touch for a while. But then she was in Spain, and I was playing in Spain, and we met up. I said, "Oh, I'm Beaky from Dave." She said, "Oh my goodness me!" And then we struck up this friendship. And Cilla was you had to, like I say, she was very protective on who she met and everything. But
yes,
once she got to know me and everything, we had a great laugh. Yeah, great time.
And what a fantastic voice that woman had as well.
Yeah, she lost her confidence in the end. She wouldn't wouldn't sing, but every now and I used to say to her, "Sing what's it all about, Alfie?" And I think, "Oh, that's beautiful."
Oh,
but she used to come in where I was working, and I used to say Betty, because I used to call her Betty. so that I could talk to her over the microphone and didn't mention that Cilla was there. I always said, Betty's in, mind your handbag, so she can be nicking things.
So do you think maybe that's why she got into television, because she lost her self-esteem in the singing? Do you think?
No, I think she had this talent of talking to people. She was a very normal lady. What you see is what you got.
That's brilliant.
I remember when I was a child in the 90s, I always used to hear it, surprise, surprise, and blind date and everything. It was, and then in 2011, Clary met her blind date, literally. Didn't you?
I did, yes. So could you tell where the thought came for the song The Legend of Xanadu? Where's that came from, the title?
I have not got a clue. We had some songwriters, Ken Howard and Alan Blakely, and they wrote the songs, and then they would send it down to us, and then we'd learn it, and then go into the studio and record it. And then the orchestra would come in, and then we'd done the vocals and done that, and then so I don't know where they got there. I mean, every song that we released was all different. You know, we were songs like Save Me and Bend It. We had to buy extra instruments to learn how to play them, because session guys were coming in and doing it, and then we had to go and play it on stage.
So Alan and Ken were basically your ghostwriters, and then you learned the tune.
Yeah, exactly.
Brilliant.
Yeah.
So why did it come to an end in 1973?
I think Dave. Well, I know Dave wanted to do something else. You know, by that time we'd had about 13 hits, and I think Dave wanted to go into acting and see what he could do there. So he left the band, and then we didn't know what to do after that. We didn't know whether to not play the hits and go out and do our own stuff or what. But of course, as soon as they saw Titch, because he had a face that was very sort of, everyone knew Titch. And no matter what we called ourselves, they'd say, oh, you're Dozy, play Hold Tight, or play Hideaway, or play Xanadu, or Save Me, or Bend It, or Zabba.
Wow. And you were very big in America as well.
No, we didn't crack America.
Not quite.
We released Bend It in America, and it was banned immediately because they said it was too
a bit rude,
dirty.
Aye. So you might have heard of my second cousin Judge Dredd. Then he was banned from all of BBC and Top of the Pops. His music. Alex Hughes, Judge Dredd. He was a ska singer.
Yeah.
So obviously he was banned from everything because of how rude his music was.
Well, you remember DJ Kobe when he split his trousers? That was a scandal.
Whoa!
That was an absolute scandal. He split his trousers and he kept staying on stage. And oh my goodness me!
Oh,
now anything goes.
Anything goes now, isn't it?
So is the Top of the Pops conspiracy true then? Were you all pretending and miming or?
At the start, yeah, we were. I mean, you didn't mime, you didn't open your mouth, you just sang along to the song. And then they stopped it, and then you had to sing live, and then it showed up who could sing and who couldn't.
That's good, because I can remember, it's like you've got your backing track in the background, so you're singing along to it, so
what we used to have to do was to go into the BBC, re-record it again in 3 hours, like Xanadu with the orchestra in 3 hours.
Wow.
And then they'd say, okay, so when Top of the Pops got the tape, it was the master tape, not the tape that we'd just done. So that's why it came over so well, because it was the master.
Wow.
We swapped them.
I remember Clary used to get a smacked bum off her dad, Beaky, because she used to sit on the carpet as a kid and laugh at the Top of the Pops people, the way they looked and dressed and danced.
Oh, yeah.
Well, my dad
looked... old days.
Yeah, my dad used to look like a beetle.
He did,
He did, with his hair.
He used to look like... I think... I said to Clary yesterday, I says, I hope Biggie doesn't get offended by this, but I says, everybody in that era looked the same. They all had the Beatles hairstyle and...
That was the trend,
the specific clothing and, you know...
Yeah, well, we sort of got ourselves some clothes and everything. And they used to laugh at us, and then all of a sudden Barry came out, and Mark Bolan came out, and Sweet and all that. And we were doing that long before they ever did, all the Strange Clothes and
Wow.
Lady Gaga, and I can't believe it, So anyway.
So who was your inspiration in music? Did you have anybody in your family that did it, or who did you look up to as a musician?
In those days, it was a bit limited. I think the Shadows had a lot to do with it, because I remember Titch and I going in his mum's front room, and he wanted to be Hank Marvin, and I wanted to be Bruce Welch.
There you go.
And we had these old guitars. We're only about 13 years old, 12, 13. And that was the inspiration to get us going. But since then, of course, there's loads of people that have sort of... No one's influenced me, but I've loads of people that nowadays I really like.
Well, I was about to say that, actually. I was going to say fast forward to now. Is there anybody that you look at and you think, ooh, musically?
I love Kate Bush. I think she is like a wonderful. I first heard that record, and I thought, what the hell is that? And then I listened to her songs. Oh, amazing.
Oh, she is absolutely talented, that lady.
She's from my dad's hometown as well, Kent.
Oh, I'd leave my wife for her, I tell you.
I can't say the same thing because mine sat next to me.
So
if I was still with my missus, I'd leave her for Kate Bush. I think she was wonderful.
So where was the best place you've performed at?
Oh, that's a hard one. It's everywhere.
Everywhere's the same, is it? It's the same feeling.
It's a gig. When you play, a gig is a gig. It don't matter whether there's 5,000 people or 500
Thank you.
or 5.
That's exactly what I said, isn't it? That's exactly what I said as a musician. I says it doesn't matter if you're performing in front of your family or everybody's family. It's still fun.
It's a gig.
It's a gig.
The thought of playing Xanadu while I'm having a shower to go to a gig, and I go, oh God, I've got to play it. But when you actually get there, I still get that buzz of walking on stage. Still get it after all these years.
Oh, fantastic. So what plans have you got now?
Well, what I shall do, we're on tour again. We've been touring on the 60s experience. And we're touring. We start again in September, right through to the end of October, November. And then I'm in Spain for about 2 or 3 weeks, for a bit of a break. And then we start the tour again next year. So we're all sort of booked up, ready to go.
If you're ever up our neck of the woods, Beaky, you're more than welcome to pop into Coast Radio and we'll have a meet and greet.
Yeah, we'll do. I'll bring some sandwiches, the donuts.
Yes, do it, and I'll give you some Geordie delicacies.
Yeah, anyway, man, I'll do it, man.
Where are you,
man?
Did you ever perform in Newcastle?
Yeah, many times. It's hard to. It's easier to tell you where we didn't play in all these years.
There you go. So basically everywhere under the sun.
Everywhere, yeah.
That's fantastic.
Absolute legends, isn't it?
They certainly are. I really feel, you're well out of my time with the music, but I really feel like I've connected to you in the last couple of days, and I did hear a couple of the songs before you came on, and I thought, oh, I've heard that before. So I do think we could create a nice little friendship there, Beaky.
Oh, you only say that because it's true.
It is true.
It is true, yeah. Lovely man.
And I'll hold you on them sandwiches and donuts.
Yeah, we'll do, and I'll send some nice sticky Tommy pudding, that'll do.
Oh, yummy.
Definitely.
Well, thank you very much for joining us, Beaky, and go and enjoy the rest of your evening, because you've just got back, haven't you? So, nice.
Yeah, we're playing it at the Always soon, aren't we?
Oh, are you?
You'll have to tell me where, and I'll come and see you.
Where is it? I can't remember where it is.
I'll have to find out.
Is that anywhere near you?
Whitley Bay, yes it is. That's not too far.
Yeah, that's where I think we're up there sometime this year.
Oh, we'll have to keep an eye on that.
We'll pop up and we'll come and say hello. You can't miss where I'm the big ugly one with the massive jaw, and Clary's the pretty one with the little blue eyes.
That's exactly what she said to me.
Oh, Ray, thank you very much for joining us this evening, and I hope you have a wonderful weekend.
Yeah, and if I don't see you, Merry Christmas.
Oh, Merry Christmas. Well, we might see you at the Whitley Bay.
All right then, love. All right, see you soon.
God
Take
bless
care
you.
now,
Right now,
thank
we're
you.
going to play Legend of Xanadu, Bend It, and what's the other one called?
We have Bend It, and then we got The Legend of Xanadu and Hold Tight.
There you go.
Thank you so much. Here we go, guys.
There you go. I'm off to bed.
Oh, thank you so much.
See you. Bye.
You take care now. Bye.
Bye.
Bye-bye.
Oh, what a lovely man.
Whatever age you are.
Joy Kwanzaa means to learn.